I've been thinking about it for a long time, and after a lot of deliberation, sitting down with my family and talking about it, I wanted to make an announcement that I've decided to no longer eat red meat. I'm messing with you. I'm not retired. I'm not retired. I just needed a break. Honestly, I was in a place that when I so 2020, I was still in Lincoln. I was about to make the transition to Philly. Remember, I did it a year in advance. I said I wanted to go to Philly, and I stayed in Lincoln for a year. The Olympics got pushed back from 2020 to 2021. I didn't make the team, but of course, everyone's like, okay, well, now we got a shortened cycle. It's only 3 years until the next Olympic Games. Stay in the game. So I'm like, all right, shoot. I moved to Philly. All of a sudden, they make a non-Olympic Worlds in that September of that year back in Lincoln, and 79 kilos. It didn't have to cut weight. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Why not? Go ahead, make the team, win a world championship. So now I'm rolling. I'm feeling good again. Body's feeling good. I'm healthy. I'm in a new city, fresh perspective, fresh eyes, and I'm in Final X again. So 2022, make the team again, go and win another world championship. I'm at 7 championships, also again in Final X. So I'm like, well, let's keep it roll. Let's let it ride, right? So then 2023 didn't make the team, but in 2023, now all of a sudden we're a year out from Olympic cycle, and I knew I was going to have to make a transition down to 74 kilos, and I was just kind of in this space where I was like, okay, we're a year out. I was going down a weight class anyway. This doesn't really make a huge difference. Maybe I was going to be in the semifinals had I medaled this year, so maybe one or two less matches. Let's still roll. I'm going to do it again in 2024. And then after not making the team in 2024, of course, I'm like, the way things went down at Penn State, I want to try to get another opportunity to redeem myself. So I'm going to try to make the team again, right? It's September of 2024, non Olympic Worlds. Do it again. And this has been the first year that I've really got a chance to like say, hold on, pause, right? I need to make a conscious decision of whether I want to do this or not. And I need to kind of sit back and get some things in order. I've got a big family. I've got 5 little ones at home. Me being on the road and me training daily is not always conducive to them having a present father. Secondarily, I lost my dad this year, right? So my family and I, we were going through a lot of turmoil and trying to make sure that his final days were as happy and as restful as they possibly could be. And then last, our RTC imploded here in Philadelphia, right? And so Mark Hall went to Oklahoma. Tyler Berger started fighting. Joey McKenna went to Oklahoma State. Dave McFadden went to Cornell. Brian Pearsall went to Oklahoma State. Brandon Slay's going to Arkansas, right? And so all of a sudden, which was once really, really strong, no longer existed. And so there was just so much happening here that it was just really difficult for me to get back into a routine when there was nothing but uncertainty surrounding me. So I just needed some time. I just needed some time. I'm still on the mat a couple times a week, still training, still got D Lockett last time I saw him.
There you go.
And, I'm honestly I'm in a space now where I desire to help others get to the next level, right? Like fanfare is fickle, and it's I'm in a space where, and this is why people come and see me. This is why Chance has been in the room. That's why D Lockett wanted to train with me. This is why David Carr flew to Philly this past week. Was I'm in a space now where I'm tweaking and helping these guys understand positions and starting to lay out the blueprint for all the things that help make me successful. And I just have a lot of fun, right? I'm in a space now where like I'm teaching a kids club. So we got 160 kids in our club, and they're all 8 to 12 years old, right? And so I'm trying to narrow the IQ and awareness and all this knowledge that I've built up and feed it and make it digestible to 10-year-olds. It's difficult, right? It's like Gordon Ramsay making a restaurant where he's only got 10-year-old chefs. It's just really, really hard to do. But I'm enjoying it. I still like to coach at a high level. That's why having those guys in the room has really been a good thing for me. But yeah, man, I'm in a good space. I'm not retired. Not retired. So
Well,
you won't get that announcement.
I don't know if you heard, but the second you said that, our guy Tyler here goes, "Yes!" really loudly, and that's a
What can I say?
sentiment definitely shared
Uh,
by all of us, Jordan. So we definitely can't wait
I
to see you again.
yeah, I miss it. I miss it. I do. Sitting back this year, I kind of watch from afar and just admiring the young guys. And it's good to see other guys get an opportunity to go on the stage. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I also don't feel like I need to steal the spotlight from any of these guys. So like I rarely comment on this, only positive stuff, right? For me, and I'm in this space in my life. It's nah, this guy's really good. He earned this position. You got to be in the game to win, and just enjoying it purely from a fan perspective.
You talked about the changes at the Pennsylvania RTC. Do you anticipate you're going to remain training there, given the training situation you kind of just laid out for us? Is there a possibility that you would move again, or are you staying put in Philly?
Um, no, if I wrestle again, it'll be under All I See Is Gold Academy. Like we're in the process. I would love to create an independent RTC, right? I think would be a beautiful thing. One that's not necessarily connected to a particular university, unless I was in a role as a head coach of a college. I would like to start something independent and bring in my own training partners, lead ourselves. I've got enough knowledge, IQ, curriculum, and practice planning from not only my time as an athlete, but my time as a coach to get myself in the right place. I've got enough connections with all the RTCs here locally, from Lehigh to Princeton, the NJRTC to Columbia to Drexel. There's just so much knowledge. Rutgers, SKWC. There's so much knowledge, so many good guys here in this area that I could make a few phone calls and have 10 guys, world level guys, in the room tomorrow. And so, you know, the Penn RTC or the PRTC is, as we remember it, really doesn't exist anymore. And I
Yeah.
think if they do decide to reinstate themselves, it'll be structured differently. And so that's not what I envision for myself. I don't know what the future looks like, honestly. I'm trying to keep my body in shape, um, in order to so I can have a decision to make, right? Like if I don't train at all and I just kind of sit around and eat well, my body's going to make a decision for me. So I've been staying on the mat, staying mobile, and I still don't say no to any desserts. But I still make sure that my body's fit and healthy so I can be in a position to scrap when the time comes. Here's the thing. Later in my career, my wrestling just became a passion project. Right? It was really no longer lucrative for me to wrestle. I actually and I say this humbly and respectfully, but I made more money in 2024 than I have in my entire career, right? And so in the year that I wrestled least, I made the most. And so the goal for me has been to compete and train at a high level because I love the game and not because of what it can provide for me.